All right, we're back.
Very loud.
Let's do this. Oh, army? Am I?
You were very loud.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember where to go.
Going the right way.
Am I? Yep. Okay,
No,
we
you're
got
not.
the key.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's right door. Now you're gonna get fireballed in the butthole.
You know, yeah. It's gonna be some of that butt magic again. Oh my god.
I just want to let you know, Zach, that
Yeah. What was the message you had? Oh fuck!
Oh no!
God damn it! It was the autosave that was where I wanted to go. The quick save was back in buttfuck tower over here. Yeah.
Good times, such good times.
It'd be a lot better if I actually killed these guys, and I understand that, but
I mean, like, you can see how well you do.
No. Oh no! Fuck!
Are you dying again?
Yeah, I got stuck on the bench that was there for my rest and weariness. How did we get through here the first time? Good God.
Luck.
Probably. You want some of this? You want some? Fuck you up, my friend. Look at this. I'm a pugilist master.
I mean, actually, I think you're only at the, what is it, like?
Look at this. I'm like, just brownie boxing this guy here. Why were we skipping them? I can kick their asses.
You are the king of donkey punches.
I'm the king of donkey punches. I'm like the bully at school who will just take your lunch money if you're a stunted scamp. That's what I'm here to do. All right.
I mean, there's another one right at the top of the stairs and also a spike trap.
There sure is. I don't know how to avoid that trap because it's right there. Oh, yeah. Throw him in the spikes. Is that your blood? Is that your blood on the floor, pal? It sure fucking is. I think
sure they have a reset time, so like...
Huh?
I think they have a reset time.
Oh, look at that Indiana Jones shit I just pulled off. All right, making our way downtown. Kicking ass, moving fast.
Faces past and homebound.
Let's do it. I mean, make a game, not have sex.
No logs. 0 logs.
Yeah, just skip that guy, because screw him. I'm sure he won't follow us. Right? Oh, hell. Oh, he doesn't follow us. Okay. You want to, come on.
Don't jump.
Oh, he followed us. Shit, he did actually follow us. I think he fell off the side, actually. This guy, I cannot fist fight, and he's like two-shotting me. Alright, just run. Let's open the door, whip up my key real quick. Okay, we're good. Do we have... We've got, Magicka. Okay, good. I'm gonna drink some potions for that so I can keep healing myself here. Oh, of course, there's a fucking Magicka fountain right there.
I mean, like, you'll keep the buffs for like 5 seconds.
Ow, what the damn it. I'm getting real sick of these guys. Have I mentioned that? Oh, here, check it out. You got a rune skull. This is why I get these. Look at these things. Look at all the stuff on those.
Wow, holy shit.
Drain personality, that's what I want to do. That's the price you paid.
On self. Yeah.
That's the price we paid.
You don't need that.
The personality,
Personality's for bitches.
My charisma is high enough. I would, ow. I would say, this is my last one. We're gonna grab this ball, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna just ditch. Yeah.
Check the meat box. That was even worse than last time.
It sure was. They are gonna double team me. They're gonna they're gonna quadruple team me. Warp me out right now.
You just gotta like get down.
The love of God, get me out of here. Like how we still just left that one dude in there.
He's fine.
What's that?
I said he's fine.
I think he secretly wanted. He's like, hey, I can get you out of here. He's like, oh no, I'm too far gone. You can leave me. Like, no, I can open the gate. No, it's far too big of a deal. Just leave me. Like, what the fuck? There's a guy behind with a whip.
No.
Like,
No.
Gonna
Hey, you
rub
should check
two
your
logs
sigil
together.
stone and see
What?
it does.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be like a level 1 sigil stone, so not a lot.
Oh, I didn't set the timer again. I keep forgetting the damn timer.
Oh no.
Oh no. Give some extra bonus points again to this one, I guess. Yeah, so this, I don't know, this thing is, I guess it's cool. Hey, buddy.
Close the gate. I knew
Couldn't save your friends, there was
this
no
is our
way.
chance to launch a counterattack.
What? No. I just closed the gate, you don't need to go in.
You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us?
Dude, I just went into literal hell.
Why do I want to go into this fucking fire town?
They have a chance to barricade the city.
And potentially die.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since they'll be busy fighting the guards, you might actually get to donkey punch more people.
Let me tell you another story. This one involves cougars, or mills.
The animal or the old lady?
Oh, the older lady. This happened to me, and it relates to this story because I'm gonna do to them what this guy did to me. I'm ready.
You're gonna
Let's
do
go.
this to cougars?
What?
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna let them go in and then fucking leave them. That's what we're gonna do here.
Oh, is that what the cougar did to you, Zach?
No. So do we have? You tell me. Is there any reason we need to go in there?
To advance
For the
main
no, but for
storyline.
the chameleon quest that we're doing.
I mean,
Where did I get these?
you have to
balls?
complete this portion of the main story quest, like the Siege of Kvatch has to be completed for the Oblivion gates to start opening up elsewhere.
Okay, fine. So let me tell you this story. So one time I went to Wisconsin to go and see this film festival. There was a film there that I really wanted to go see that I couldn't see anywhere else. It was only making its rounds on like a couple film festivals. So I went there. It's called Lars the Emo Kid, by the way. I cannot highly recommend it enough. It is... Well, I used to watch... It started out as like a YouTube series, and it was incredible.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a different animal then, but it's still really good. And so anyway, they made a movie out of it, and it's a bit more serious. I'd still recommend it a lot. And so I went to Wisconsin, which is a little ways away. So I was hanging out there, and then I got done with the day, whatever, and I went to my hotel, and I'm like, God, it's like, what, 9 o'clock? I gotta go find something to do. Well, there happened to be a green mill right across the road from me.
Yeah.
So I go and I walk into the green mill, and I'm like, I'm gonna get fucked up, because why the fuck not? So I did. So I go to the bar, and Green Mill is like a little bit better Applebee's, I guess. Actually, this Green Mill was really cool. This was in Eau Claire. Shout out to the Green Mill in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And so it's about 9, and there's some people there getting toasty, whatever. Hot bartender girl. She was cool. And then there was this older couple next to me. They were fun to talk to. They were really cool people. And then, anyway, there's this guy on my right, and he's like he's probably about maybe a couple of years younger than me, and I find out he's in the Army. And I'm like, all right, so I'm talking to him, and this guy is like on a mission to get fucked up. I'm like, okay. Well, I find out he knows the bartender girl, and it's clear, very clear, he's got like a major rager boner for this girl, and she is not having it. So, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny to watch. And, I'm just sitting there having a good time, getting buzzed, talking to this old couple they're cool to shoot the shit with. And he keeps talking to me about all this stuff, and he's like, yeah, and you can just see him over there, like it's like watching like a high schooler waiting for the girl that he likes to like look over his way, you know, because she's just flat out like, whatever, I don't care. And so he's progressively getting more fucked up. And then she's paying attention to me or whatever. Like more, not a lot, but like obviously more to me in general. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And at some point, he's like, hey, you see that table of cougars over there? And I'm like, fuck yeah. And I don't know if you know this about me, Kyle, but one of my life goals is to get with a hot cougar. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I see those cougars. And there was like 3.
Live your dreams, Zach.
I want to. There was like 3 or 4 of them, and they were probably like late 40s, early 50s, but I'm not gonna lie, they were hot. They were real hot. So I'm like, all right, got some backup. Fucking, I'll do this. There's one thing I learned from Scougy. It's you do not trust a man in uniform for anything of this nature. And I was like, well, Scougy's a piece of shit, so maybe I'll just disregard that information. No.
Right.
This is when it was reinforced. You do not trust somebody who is like this because they are not your friend. They are trying to use you for something else. So what happens is, I'm like, you want to talk to those girls? Yeah, okay, because I'm pretty fucked up at this point. I'm like, I'll fucking do it. Like I said, I got backup. I'm like, I'll fucking go do it. So he's like, yeah. So we both get up. So if I'm looking, let me pause for a second. If I'm looking at noon, right? I'm on the end of the bar, kind of on the corner. If I'm at noon, I'm looking across the bar, and they are at my 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, and this guy is at my 2 o'clock. So we get up.
Okay.
We start walking over. I get halfway over. The girls haven't seen us yet. The girls, they haven't seen us. I give a quick glance over my shoulder. The guy turned around. He went back to the bar again to try and hit on the fucking bartender girl. So I'm like, this fucker. So I turn around and I go back. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, oh yeah. No, I was gonna go with you. You go over there. I'll catch up. I'm like, okay. So I turn around again. He's walking with me. Halfway, fucking flies off the squadron again. Turns around. I'm like, fuck is this guy doing?
You guy.
And so he's like, yeah, but it's very clear he's trying to
get you away from the bartender.
from the girl, right? So I'm like, all right, fine. So then we wait for a minute or two, and
Get in here.
whatever.
I don't know how you got. Nope.
I don't even give a shit. Oh wait, I do give a
How
shit.
did you get in?
Let's pause this for a second. And so
Goodbye.
we give it a couple more minutes. I'm like, whatever. And then third time, finally, I mean, I am toasted. We go over, I forget about the other stuff, and I sit down at the table. I look around. Buddy's nowhere to be found. He's like back at the fucking bar, like trying to wait for this girl to come over. I'm like, yeah, piece of shit. But your boy ain't no quitter. So I stayed the course. I'm like talking to these old ladies, and they're just like, the fuck are you supposed to be? And I'm like, well, how's it going? Still trying to fucking complete the mission. And I am so fucked up. I'm like, yeah, how's it? How you doing? And they weren't having it, but they were nice.
Charm on 12.
I put the charm on 12, overdrive, maximum overdrive, but they weren't having it. So I'm like, well, girls, it's been real nice talking to you, but I got to go back. They're like, you have a nice night now. So I head back to the bar. Piece of shit guy is just too shit-faced to even know which way is up, so he leaves. Yeah. And then part 2 of the story is after we gotta talk to fucking Martin. Do you care about this? I don't care. We all know what's going on. So,
what's up, Mark?
So part 2, and the irony is that there was, unbeknownst to anybody else, a whole wedding party going on next door. Because it was attached to a hotel, right? And so what happened was...
How did you get...
Is this guy still fucking giving me a hard time? Whatever. So what happened was...
No one goes through this door unless
I'm going to finish my story. I was not going to be able to do both at the same time. I'm sitting at the bar, still getting hammered, talking to this couple because they saw me try and score with these old girls. That wasn't going to happen. The guy was really cool. He buys me... He's like, you know what? Let me buy you a shot. I'm like, okay, cool. Buys me a shot. I think I bought him and his lady back one too. And they're like, well, we got to turn it in because now it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, okay. Said goodbye to them. They went back to their room and I'm just kind of chilling. And like I said, military guy is gone too. So I'm just kind of talking with the bartender girl a little bit. Well, then this other girl who is fucked up, and she's probably my age or a little bit younger, rolls up to where the military guy was. And she sits down and she's fucked up enough to be having a good time, but not so fucked up that she doesn't know which way is up necessarily. And so she's like, yeah, I need to get whatever. Because she ordered a pizza, and the pizza was supposed to come to the bar, and she's going to go pick it up. And so I'm like, hey, I got balls, So I start talking to her, and she's like, And then she drops something made of glass, and it just shatters. And I'm like, whoa. I said something witty. I forgot what it was. So I come over, and I start helping her pick up the pieces to whatever it is, and she's like, oh yeah, and she's picking up her purse and all this shit, and I'm like, well, it looks like you got it, and she looks at me and she's like, no, we're in this too deep together. We're too far now. You have to help me. And I'm like, okay. So I help her keep putting all this shit back in her purse or whatever. And so we start talking it up, and then I get her stuff, her information. This is why I learned another valuable life lesson is, if you're going to exchange Snapchat information or any other information with a girl where they have to accept you from their side, watch them do it. Otherwise, they will never do it. So she's like, give me your phone. I'm like, okay. She puts her information into my Snapchat. So I add her. She adds her on my phone. Yeah. I'm like, cool. Well, it comes to be that she was far too shit-faced to ever remember to even like think about me again later. So then she never adds me. So I'm just watching her story for like a month, assuming at some point she's going to add me, which she never does. So I remove her. And then like 2 months later, she does add me. And I'm like, fuck this. So I never talked to her again. But it's just like, you can learn a lot of valuable life lessons when you're getting absolutely fucked up and shit-faced at a bar. So there you go. On that note, I'm gonna
sound like great life lessons.
It was. I met a great couple. They were cool. I confirmed never to trust a single army dude because they will fuck you over. This is the stuff that I've heard from Skauge constantly, is that they always try and fuck each other over. But I'm not in the military, so I'm like, you know how Billie Eilish is the bad guy? Well, I'm the good guy. I'm not trying to fuck anybody over. But never, ever trust them. If they're by themselves, they will fuck you over. And so it's like, okay. At least for girls. It was funny. It was hilarious. And like I said, I got balls, so I kept trying to talk to the Cougars. But
I mean, how did you not realize that? We used to hang out with Bonacia.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. Like, I think that guy.
But when it came to girls, he was out for his own and nobody else.
I see. Dude. I never hung out with him outside of work, and so maybe that's why that was the case. I know that he tried to break a plate glass window once, and I laughed my ass off. You ever heard that story? That's one of my favorites. Is like, so Bonacia was a guy who. Again, he seems like a great guy, but when he drinks, like, he absolutely loses... No, it's his buddy. His buddy loses control of what goes on. That's right. Bonacia, actually, I think it's supposed to be pretty good, but... So, I heard this from Jared, was that him and Bonacia were rolling around town, and Bonacia decides he's like the Hulk at one point, because he's just fucked up. So they're walking by one of the buildings downtown at, like, 1 in the morning, and it's all plate glass windows from they're like 6 feet or 7 feet tall. Right. He decides, he's like, I'm going to break this window. And Jared's like, don't break the window. And he's like, no, I'm going to do it. So he winds up and just throws all of his force behind his fist to try and break this window. But the window doesn't break, but his hand almost fucking does. So, yeah, like 1 in the morning, he's just like, oh, fucking A. And Jared's like, okay, we have to get out of here because this is fucking terrible.
And whoever's building that got to watch some.
I'm sure there's a camera in there. Like, get a load of this jackass.
Right. Just trying to punch out the window like a trooper.
I mean, it makes sense. I could totally see him trying to do it too. Like,
I definitely could.
I got to break this window.
I'm still friends with Jared on Facebook, I think.
Me too. I think he lives in Colorado now and drinks beer all the time.
Isn't he married too?
He is. Where are these people going?
They're leaving.
Where are you people going? Why are you looking at me? Hey, at least they're not running away from us this time, right?
They're what?
They're not running away from us this time.
Right.
You got something to say? Nope. That guy's running towards us, and now he's running away. Don't I have to talk to
Elfman.
Brother Martin here?
Thanks for the rescue.
Yeah, I do. Did you ever watch that movie with Daniel Craig where he's a monk? Or a priest or something? No? Well, I watched part of it once, and it seemed cool. I want to go and watch it again.
Done it.
I watched the movie Priest, which was pretty cool, but it definitely didn't have Daniel Craig in it.
Is that based on the comic Priest?
Sure is.
Cool. That's Neil Gaiman, right?
The comic? I don't remember.
I hope I can help.
No, he did. Look at all these
Sandman, I
choices. Right. This is how the fuck do we get out of this damn door?
You ready
Just
to
keeps
go?
yelling.
What?
Oh, here we go. I thought so. Let's go.
Our goal.
Yeah, we're going to the castle. They want to make me their queen. I don't know.
I think you're the wrong gender for that, Zach.
Don't you fucking tell me what I am. Don't assume. What is? Oh, it's a bow. Look,
Just
Kyle.
Suddenly a giant dong sticking out on the screen.
Steel dong. Well, I'm gonna save, and when we come back on the next episode, there's more butt punching.
Why do you have a fucking
What?
just random silver bowl, goblet, and vase in
I
the
don't-
skull?
I don't
worth
have those
nothing?
things. What? You talking about? None of those
That
exist.
skull is worth
Crazy
zero.
son of a bitch.
You crazy son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right. We'll be back.